Smoking picnic ain't easy, but with my Grilla smoker, it's a snap.
Alright guys, I got a new video for you guys tonight. Just picked up a 8.75 pound picnic pork. I got it real cheap at 98 cents a pound. It was just over 8.50. I'm gonna clean this picnic pork, this pork shoulder it says, but it's actually a picnic pork. I'm gonna use these lemons that are old just to scrub it and wash it down, clean it up real good, and I'll bring you back once I put it in on a marinade, and it's gonna be a simple, easy marinade that we're gonna be using. So I'll bring you back once I start getting this cleaned up. All right, I got my picnic pork out of the bag, and I washed it off with some water. I cleaned it off, and I checked it. It looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna take any of this fat off. I'm gonna just cook with all that fat on it. As you can see, it's pretty decent. I've just pulled off whatever little stringy parts are on it, and whatever I don't like, just toss it to the side, back in the bag where it came back. Anyhow, I'm gonna wash it now. I'm gonna use these old lemons that I have that are going bad. These are the best time to use these lemons. That's what I use them for when they're going bad. Buy about 20 at a time, and you know what to do with lemons. I just squeeze it on there, and basically I just use it to clean it and then wash that off. I like to clean the skin, get it ready to get crisp. I'm gonna do a overnight marinade, a simple, easy marinade. I just bought some Mojo from the supermarket, which was also on sale, so that's what brought me to do this today. I'll use one side on one and the other side on the other. Just squeeze it on there and scrub it on, and wash the meat, especially the pork. At that price, you don't know what you're getting, so you pay what you get for. But this looked pretty good when I picked it up. So I remember that I had these lemons, 2 lemons going bad, so just to wash it off and scrub that lemon stuff all over it. Make sure it's nice and clean. I will rinse that off and get to the marinade. Alright, I like to do this right on top of the sink because of course it makes it a lot easier. I just simply tip my bowl over and let the water just run over the whole thing and wash off all that lemon juice, just to get any cruds off of there. If there's any creepies on there, where we got them all off with that lemon. Definitely see how already the lemon starts to marinate the pork. And just simple wash it off and get it ready to poke some holes in it. And I'll bring you back as soon as we get that ready to go. Alright guys, we're gonna start getting ready this picnic pork to get marinated. What I do is I use my Jacquard. This is just a marinade with some needles. Once you get it in there, just pokes it real good. You can use a fork or a knife on this process. What I just get at it, and this way it'll save you time from having to inject. If you marinate this overnight, see these holes are really, they go in pretty deep. Wow, so deep that you can't even pull it out. We'll just go all over, and then I'll bring you back for the magic of which marinade we're going to be using to make this easy. I wanted to show you that I do both sides with the Jacquard. I do poke both sides. This skin side is a lot tougher. So what we'll do is we'll just marinate it overnight with the skin like this, and then we'll do a little cross pattern before seasoning and putting it on the smoker. All right, so here's our shortcut marinade. I'm sure everybody knows this. This is Mojo marinade. This is pretty clean marinade. If you look at the ingredient list, it's really clean. And what's most important to me is the carbs. It's just got a less than 1 gram of carbs. And this is what we're going to be using as our marinade, overnight marinade. I got a 2-gallon, whoops. I got a 2-gallon bag. Make sure you get a Ziploc bag that's going to be help you keep this marinade inside. And I'm going to try to squeeze out all the air out of it. And then here we go. Let's get it in there. Whoa. Perfect. You can see I like to keep it bottom down so that all the marinade goes all over the place. And we'll pour our marinade in there now. We shake our marinade real well. And excuse me, we'll get it right in the bag. No hard way, easy peasy. Knife out of the way. Now we'll go with bottle number 2. Shake also real well. And with 2 bottles, it looks like that covers the whole bag. And that's what we'll be using. This way you save yourself time from having to inject. Whoa, get that knife away from there. We'll save ourselves the time of having to inject. And that marinade covers all of our picnic pork all night. So what we'll do is as we close, we'll push the bag down to get all the air out of it. And it sucks it right into the pork. All right, looking pretty. Bring you guys back tomorrow morning when we start getting this on the grill. Wanted to remind you guys to always put your pork inside something that's gonna keep the marinade up and keep you from preventing getting any spills inside your refrigerator. So our picnic pork is nicely covered. Make sure you use enough marinade, get all the air out, and we'll see you tomorrow. Put it in the fridge overnight, and we'll marinate at least 12 hours, minimum.
Wow, beautiful morning. Sun's waking up. 7:30 in the morning. We're pulling this bad boy out of the fridge right now. Whoa. All right, folks, it is now 8:30 in the morning. I've had this out over an hour sitting in the sink.
All right, let's fast forward through this part. Basically, all I'm doing is pulling it out of the marinade after a 12-hour marination in the refrigerator, and we'll slow it down here in a second.
We're gonna dry off the skin a little bit, and I'm gonna bring you back for that seasoning. All right, we're gonna pat this skin down dry, best we could. I'm gonna score the skin and then season that bad boy up. All right, you get your favorite sharp knife and go about 1 inch apart. All Alright, there you have it, folks. We got our early morning cut ready to go. And then we'll bring you back in here for the seasoning. Alright, for this rub, I'm going to be using my Grilla Grill's all-purpose rub. You can use any one of your favorite rubs. You can make your own. I'm just going real lightly on the skin side. Even though I did that cross pat, I want to be able to get some of this seasoning in there. This is where I want to really dump my seasoning in. Wow, that looks really good. Just want to go real heavy on the meat side. Well, I've made a mess, but we got it all seasoned up. I'll give you a closer look at it here in a second. Alright, we have our picnic pork all seasoned up. I wanted to show you what that looks like. We went extra heavy on the top side of this due to the fact that it's such a big piece of meat. And we want to form a nice bark on the outside. We're gonna cook this fat down, and then at the end I'm gonna show you a little trick what we do to get that skin nice and crunchy. Beautiful day today. It is now 9 a.m. almost, about 5 to 9. Alright guys, I wanted to show you my setup here. I got my Silverbac all set up for with the second shelf up, and I had it all cleaned out. And I wanted to show you how we're going to put this picnic pork in. I'm going to go on the second rack and make sure the pan's right underneath. I'm going to be catching any drippings. I have about a cup and a half of water underneath in the pan. And always use gloves, folks. All right, here you have it. I have the picnic pork all set up. I touched it up on top. And we're gonna get this bad boy rolling. I'm gonna have my Silverbac power up. I set it at 225. We're gonna start this smoke up with hickory, maple, and applewood blend. Got our picnic pork all ready to go, and like I said, we have a cup and a half of water underneath that pan. We're going to be catching the drippings to try to make some sort of barbecue sauce with that later. 3 hour mark. It is around noontime. The sun is blaring in South Florida, and we're rolling at 230 degrees. We're set at 225. It is now noon. And I wanted to show you how this is coming along. Let me get out of the way, that shadow of me in the way. Looking pretty. 3 hour mark, and I forgot that I wanted to show you guys that I do want to. I want to spritz it. This is my spritz bottle with half a cup of apple cider vinegar and half a cup of water. I want to spritz both sides, so. Alright guys, we're at the 4 hour mark exactly. I'm coming to take a temp, see where we're at. I'm gonna go right in between here. See what that reads. We're at the 4 hour mark. We're reading about 115, 116. Just throw it to the side here. Yeah, 115. I don't know if you can see that there. 115 at the 4 hour mark. Got a long way to go. Going slow. Back to the start of the show. We're rolling at, looks like it's 2:25 right now. We're at the 6-hour mark. This bad boy is looking beautiful. Wow, we got a lot of smoke rolling. Look at that thing. Woo! All right, what are we looking at here as far as temp? We're at 135, 136 mark. Side temp here says 136. See what the back is looking like. That's bone. Back says 154. On the side here. 144, 143. Fridge. Still the 6-hour mark. Do a nice little bath. I'm gonna take it to the stall, and we're gonna let it go up to 175 before we wrap. It's a beautiful night. It is about 6 p.m., a little after 6 p.m. We're at the 9-hour mark. We're rolling 225, rolling along at 225. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, still looking pretty. Nice bark on there. Perfect. Let's take a temp. Let's see what we're working with. All right. Now that must have hit a stall or something, because it's been barely moving. 148. 12-hour cook. Alright guys, it looks like I've hit a major stall. I've got a temp reading 148. It's been stalled out for about 2 hours now. Hasn't really moved. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it just so I can get it moving along, because it's been now, we're at the 10-hour mark now. And wow, looks good. It's not moving, so we're gonna get it moving. I'm gonna spritz it. Looks real good. I'm gonna spritz it and wrap it and get it moving along, because it's been a long day with this bad boy. I'm gonna move my my grates off. Let's set this right in the middle. And later on, I'm gonna put a probe in it and get it going. I had to make some hamburgers for dinner tonight because it took so long to cook this bad boy. We're at 11-hour mark. I had to put my my single probe in there. Where my temp is what I'm trying to reach is 200 degrees. Right now we're at 183. There's really nothing to see because I've got it wrapped up in aluminum foil, and I've got my probe in. I'll just take a quick look at that. And basically all I'm doing is just waiting for this bad boy now to hit the 200 mark. And I'll bring you back when it does that. Folks, it is just after 9 p.m. We're almost at our 200 degrees. We're at 199. Still rolling at now it's 240. And it looks like I'm gonna be waiting about 5 more minutes, and I'll be pulling this bad boy off. 12-hour cook plus. All right, guys, we've struck gold. 201 degrees. It just jumped from 199 to 200. It is now 9:07 p.m. I started at 8:55 this morning. This went 12 hours and 15 minutes. Boy, oh boy. I've warmed up my barbecue sauce that I made earlier. Let's pull this thing out. Wow. We're gonna take this inside, and I'll bring you back in when I take a look at it. Here's a big unveiling. Let's see what we got. Wow, no major leaks. That's good. Look at that thing. I wonder if I should put it back out there for a little bit longer, just to tighten it up. I'm gonna throw this back on the grill for another about 30-40 minutes, and I'll bring you guys back once I tighten this up. All right, boys and girls, we're putting this bad boy back on the grill, and now we're gonna do a little mop job on there with our homemade apple barbecue sauce, keto style barbecue sauce. We're just gonna do a little mop job. Whoa, I forgot this thing was hot. Just to tack that on. It's funny, when my wife took a taste, and she says, "Why does it look like poop?" It tastes great though, but it does have a funny color. Alright, that's our mop. Give you a quick look at what we got. Let me turn on more light. Just wanted to show you guys what it looks like before we tighten it up. It's pretty decent. Got my other phone trying to shine the light on there. Alright guys, I'll bring you back in about 30 minutes. Alright guys, it looks like it's all tacked up real good. We're gonna pull this bad boy inside. We're calling it a night. Alright guys, we've let it rest about 5 minutes, but the family can't wait no more. It's been almost a 13-hour cook. This took me, it is now, what time is it now? It is 9:46. Wow. Well, here it goes, the big reveal. Let's break this bad boy open and see what we got. Wow, nice color. See, that bone pulls right out. I would say that's a nice clean bone, huh? Was it worth the wait for a clean bone like that? Yes, it was. Wow, look at that muscle. Looking pretty. I'm gonna break this up, and then we'll give it a little taste test. Who wants the first taste? All right, guys, this is the whole pulled pork right now. I pulled all the fat out of it and the bones, and I got me. Everybody's been surrounding this thing like cowboys and Indians, and a nice piece of bark for me. And I'm gonna try it with my homemade apple jalapeno, smoky apple jalapeno, whatever it is. I don't remember what I named it. It's been a long day. Well, let's give it a try. Was it worth 13 hours of work? It was. You guys try this recipe. Enjoy. Mad love.
Fam, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Good night.